we were just in this trailer, like chilling, chopping it up. And like this one thing he told me was like, don't ever feel too, entitled to where you deprive yourself. And that always stuck with me because it's like, I could literally count on my hands, like I'm like the amount of situations I've been in where I felt like I should have this, like I'm entitled to this. Whole time there's a big blessing out there that I'm blind to because I'm so entitled to this and I'm depriving myself to a way bigger blessing. So like.
Hi everyone, and welcome to New Money, where we talk to movers and shakers about how they made it. I'm your host, Rosemarie Miller, here with Michael Rainey Jr., an actor best known for his role as Tarik St. on Power. Thank you so much for joining me today, Michael.
Thank you for having me. I'm excited.
Absolutely. So Michael, you've been an actor your entire life.
Yes, I have since I was around like 8. I would say 8. But like it really started when I was like 9 going on 10. Yeah. I did my first movie role when I was 9. So yeah, like around like 9 going on 10, that's really when it kind of like really started moving for me.
Yeah. And how'd you get started? Was it you who wanted it? Was it your parents?
It's weird. Like, as a kid, like you watch TV obviously and you're like, oh, like look at Nickelodeon, look at Disney, and like I would love to be a part of this obviously, but like it was just always a thought in my mind. I never really like was like, oh ma, I want to be on TV, like oh I want to be on Disney, like, and then it just happened like one day I was in the city with my mom. We were going to get lunch, and a lady named Gina from Generations, that's the talent agency at the time, she literally just walked up to my mom and said like, your son has a great face for like acting or modeling. Like does he do any of that? And she was like, no. And then like a week after, we ended up they had a meeting in the office, and after that they just started getting me like auditions for like Sesame Street. I did like a little commercial for Price Choppers, and things just started like, like rolling in, and then, and then after that it was just, motion.
The rest is history.
Yeah.
Okay, what was your financial situation like at that time?
I mean, growing up, it wasn't like we didn't have anything, like we couldn't eat or anything. It was like, just regular, like, regular living. Like we weren't rich, we weren't like, poor. It was just, regular living. Mm-hmm. And then, I joined the family and made a change, I guess.
Yeah. And so how did your first few gigs go? Like, was that the moment where the money started coming in or what?
It's so funny. All right, so my first few gigs were, like I said, the commercial for Price Choppers. I did like a photo shoot for Target. And then I did this music video for an Italian singer named Tiziano Ferro. And it went like super crazy in Italy. And then an Italian director named Silvio Muccino, he saw that video and was like, I don't know how he got in contact with my mom, but he got in contact with my mom. He's like, I saw your son in the music video, and like, I need him to be a part of my movie. Like, I want him to be the star of my movie. And my mom thought it was like a joke at first. Mm-hmm. And then obviously she went around and asked questions, and it was, legit. And then we ended up going to Italy for like 10 days, and then came back home and then went back to Italy, and I ended up living there for a year and a half filming that movie. So like, stuff just started happening fast, like literally just like this. It was crazy.
So why did they want an American kid, a Black American kid, in their stuff?
I have that's the first thing I always thought. Like, how do you see a music video? Like, I wasn't speaking or anything. Like, you literally just see my face, like maybe just like expressing emotions and stuff like that. And I'm like, how do you like come to the like conclusion that you want me in your movie just from a music video? Mm-hmm. But the role was he was like a mulatto kid. Like he was an Italian kid. His dad was Italian and his mom was African. Yeah. And and the kid actually spoke like full Italian, so I had to learn Italian for the film and everything. And I still don't understand why he chose me, but I guess it was a good choice. Yeah. It was a good choice. So
as you kind of like, you basically fell into acting. Was there anything else you ever wanted to do with your life?
Really like the first, like I've always been in love with like arts, like all type of art, like, visual art, musical, like everything. So from a kid, like I was in love with music first. Like music was my first love. Like I'm a producer now as well, so I make music still to this day, but music was my first love. And then obviously, like sports, the young kids, we love sports. Mm-hmm. And then, it came to a point where it was like, I don't really have time to play sports because, the acting kind of really took over. But for the most part, I really was just like into music and art before like the acting really started, and then everything just started coming together.
So what do you mean by the acting?
See, like I would say, like I said, like I never really thought of like really wanting to be on the screen. Like obviously I would watch and be like, oh, it would be cool to be a part of it. But then, it just started happening, and then Yeah, it's just the rest was history.
And when did you realize, okay, my career is really taking off? What projects were you working on, or what attention were you starting to garner?
Obviously Power was, that's like, a life-changing role for me. But I would say like around like season 3 of Power, like during the hiatus when we finished filming season 2, I did Barbershop 3, the next cut. And after that movie, I feel like the writers and everyone at Power, like they kind of saw like me in a different light, and that's kind of when they started like, like building on my character story in the show. And then after that, it was kind of like, all right, now I kind of see where like my career is kind of going. Like I'm getting like my workload is a lot heavier now. Like, they kind of like they trust me a lot more with with the material that they're giving me. So I kind of see where this can go. But I definitely did not expect like the character to to go from what he was to obviously not what he is now.
Well, you clearly did that. You had something to do with that. So congratulations.
I appreciate it. I appreciate it.
Well, how did your life change though with Power?
Man, my life changed drastically. Like obviously, I've been working since I was young. Yeah. But my mom, like, she also always did a great job of like kind of like helping me save my money since I was a kid. Like I didn't really know what kind of numbers I was pulling in until I was like 17, 18, Like my mom really did like a good job of like putting money away from me, when I was young, because obviously like at a young age, like I don't really know what I really want to do with that money. Like, yeah, so she really did a good job at kind of like, just making sure a lot of it was put away for when I reached the age to where it's like, all right, I could do this with my money, I could do that with my money. And I appreciate her for that, because I literally did not know, like obviously I knew I was making money, but I didn't know the numbers I was pulling in until I was 18 or like 17 or 18.
17 or 18. Yeah. And so the life-changing money happen around Power or what?
I would say, but like I said, she was putting money away from me like before that. So I guess like some of it was still there before Power, but obviously Power was just like a completely different, machine for me. Like that was completely life-changing for me. Like,
so how did you learn, once you gained control of your money, how did you learn how to manage it?
Obviously I'm still learning, I'm still young, so I'm still learning how to, manage my money. But I really just, just like take advice from the people that are around me. Like I said, being on Power changed my life, not even just like, career-wise, just being on that show, being like on set with everybody, like every day, just being around those great people, those great minds. Like I learned a lot, like obviously from 50, from Amari, from Joseph. So, everything they taught me on set, I kind of just, I just kind of play it close to me, and I keep it with me everywhere I go. And 50 definitely told me, save that bread.
Speaking of you and 50, all right, there was that little moment where you felt blindsided by not knowing that Ghost was coming to an end.
Right.
Are y'all good now?
Oh, no, we super good. I was really just pulling a page out of 50's book, because, look, I'm going to tell y'all, I knew that, obviously I knew that the show was going to come to an end way before they announced it. We had a talk about it, the studio and 50 and I. But I really just like, pulled a page out of 50's book, kind of like just trolling everybody, because like, like why not stir the pot a little bit? So I was like, damn, they ending the show, they not gonna tell nobody. And then obviously 50 came back with we ended the show because you don't answer your phone. So like, just like a little back and forth, just to get the the fans, like, just to have them thinking like what's really going on, just to stir the pot a little bit.
So he's one of your mentors?
Oh yeah, for sure. That's like a father figure in my life. Like,
really?
Like I could call him for literally anything, like any advice, anything I need, I could literally call 50. Like even my mom will call 50. Like if she sees me doing something that she's not really a big fan of, she'll call 50. Like, I'm calling 50, and then she'll call 50, and then trust me, I'm getting that call from 50 right after. So yeah, 50 is definitely like a father figure to me. Like he gives me. We'd be on the phone for like 3 hours, literally just talking about like everything. So yeah, he's definitely like a pops to me for sure.
What's the best piece of advice 50's given you?
It's literally countless, but this is something I keep close to me. This is when like my character actually started like building in the show. It was like season 3. We were in Red Hook, Brooklyn, filming one of the scenes. We were just in this trailer, like chilling, chopping it up. And like this one thing he told me was like, don't ever feel too, entitled to where you deprive yourself. And that always stuck with me, because it's like I could literally count on my hands, like I'm like the amount of situations I've been in where I felt like I should have this, like I'm entitled to this. The whole time there's big blessing out there that I'm blind to because I'm so entitled to this, and I'm depriving myself to a way bigger blessing. So like,
Well, Michael, going back to Ghost coming to an end, what's next for you?
what's next for Michael? A lot is next for Michael because, you know, like the platform that Powell's given us is huge. So it's a blessing to be in the position I am, and obviously like I can navigate in different avenues. Like me and Gianni, we started our production company, and obviously moving forward, we're gonna focus on getting some more projects under the belt of that. We did the podcast at first. You know, I have a restaurant in Jamaica that I own. It's called Catch 22, and I also have I'm part of a franchise called Herbs Jamaica. It's a dispensary that I own as well. So right now we're actually moving locations to like a bigger space, and I'm super excited about that. We're kind of like redecorating, kind of like rebranding the whole thing, and yeah, I'm super excited about that. Also, I'm also, you know, monetizing my love for cars. So I'm gonna start I'm starting a car channel, and I'm gonna just be featuring the craziest car builds from all over the world. I'm gonna be reaching out to everybody that has the craziest cars, and I'm gonna be featuring them on my channel. That's gonna be called 22 PSI. Yeah, for the entrepreneur, Michael, that's what's going on right now. For the person, Michael, you know, I'm just chilling. I'm just chilling, vibing. I'm actually leaning in to start, you know, working really like heavy with my Solid Help Foundation. That's like my nonprofit. We help with like college tuition and, you know, like food drives and, you know, clothes and stuff like that for, you know, the less fortunate. And this year I'm kind of, you know, I'm gonna press the button on doing a lot more with that. You know, I've been doing, you know, stuff here and there for the foundation, but I think now it's time to kind of just like, you know, just attack it fully and just go crazy and just, you know, go crazy.
You know, that's really bold, by the way, especially the music thing, because, you know, people like to pigeonhole you. They see you like, you're an actor. This is what you do. How dare you try to cross over into music? What are your thoughts on that? What are your thoughts on how the world is going to perceive you?
I mean, you know, everyone is going to have their, you know, their good things to say and their negatives to say. But at the end of the day, it's like, this is something I love, you know, like music is something I love. And I've been making music for fun for my whole entire life. So it's like, I'm still doing it for fun, but it's just kind of just bringing it to the forefront, you know, just letting people know that I do music, that I don't only act, and, you know, there's other arts that I enjoy, you know. So just want to, you know, show people a little bit more of Michael, you know, because you know, Tarik is kind of like, he's in the light, but I kind of want people to know who Michael is rather than just, you know, Tarik, because Michael's a pretty cool dude.
Michael's pretty cool dude. Well, tell us about Michael, actually. Aside from just the music and the things you do, who are you? Who are you inside?
Michael is an artsy car fiend. Like, I love cars and I love art. Like, I love fashion, cars, and art, and yeah, that's literally it. Like, cars is my love though. Like, those are my babies right there. Like, I don't even know how to explain my love for cars. Like,
so it sounds like you want to lean into music more so than you want to keep leaning into acting.
No, not necessarily. You know, like, it's a balance. You know, it's a balance. But like I said, music has always been my love. So like, being that I have, you know, the platform that I have now, why not just use it and you know, put my music on the platform and have people open their eyes and open their ears to my music. And at the same time, I'm going to still be attacking, you know, the screen. You know, I'm going to still be auditioning. And also, I'm going to be writing as well. Like, I'm forming my writers team. Shout out to Courtney Kemp. I stole that idea from her. So I'm forming my writers team right now. It's about 5 of us right now. And we're currently writing about like 2 or 3 projects. So, you know, there's just a lot of things in the works, and just taking advantage of the position that I'm in, you know, and the blessings that God has given me.
Oh, Michael, I heard you say that it's a blessing to be in this position. Could you tell me a little bit about your spiritual life?
I'm pretty spiritual, I would say. I have like I don't know, I guess you would say I'm spiritual, right, Nietzsche? In a way. Yeah, I guess I'm spiritual.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, I'm big on like gratitude and just being thankful and stuff like that. So like, I'm just super grateful for just being in the position I am. And obviously, I believe in the man up above, of course. So I thank him every chance I get for my blessings, for sure.
Well, I'm not going to hold you too much longer, but I am curious to know about your work ethic. What do you think stands out about your work ethic that you believe has put you in the position you're in right now?
I think like the fact that I kind of have like my hands in so many different areas. Like I said, like music, producing, and, acting, and just like art. I just feel like a lot of things I do is just like, I don't know, I'm very passionate about it. I'm super passionate about the things I do, and even like when it comes to like fashion and stuff like that, like I'm super passionate about that. I just everything I attack, I kind of just want to give it my all. So that's how I am.
We ask everybody this on New Money. What has been the smartest purchase and the dumbest purchase you've made since you've gotten money?
My smartest purchase, I would definitely probably say some Bitcoin, some Ethereum, some land. My dumbest purchase, I mean, I guess like certain people would classify this as dumb, but I love cars, so like, so it's like I can't ever look at it as a dumb purchase. But so Porsche 911 Turbo S at 23 is kind of crazy, but I mean, when you work, you gotta kind of treat yourself, and that's the way I wanted to treat myself. But I would say that's kind of a crazy purchase at this age. But it is what it is. You gotta enjoy. Gotta enjoy yourself. Gotta treat yourself.
I like those answers. You're talking to a former cryptocurrency reporter.
Oh, really? Oh, yeah.
I like that answer.
I'm not gonna lie. When I bought that Bitcoin, at first I'm like, and now like it hit like the I'm like, oh yeah, thank God. I'm like, thank God I did that. Yeah.
So we back.
We back for sure.
Well, thank you so much for joining me today.
Thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
For sure.
Of course.